Well, good morning again. Okay, today's topic is curriculum that we no longer use. Actually, it would be curricula that we no longer use. So first, let's get to it. Yay or nay? At the end of the video, I have a yay or nay, and today it is a nay. It is a product I would not buy again. They came in a set, one I would buy again, one I wouldn't buy again. All right, first up is, your free resource today. Your free resource is miniaturemasterminds.com. That's miniaturemasterminds.com. They got pretty cool study units, not study units, I don't know what you call them. They have pretty cool unit studies from pre-K to grade 2, and one of the ones I have my eyes on, and it's free, is the anatomy one. All right, advice or idea of the day is if you read to your kids when they're little, they will associate reading with love. Okay, products of the day. All right, so here we go. First I've shown you these before. These are a great segue. If you do like a morning basket and you got little kids, have them, one thing I used to do was like, okay, let's roll the yoga dice, and now you pick a pose, and then that person picks a pose, three different poses. So if a child's not able to do one, I mean, there's a couple others. And they do that pose for 30 seconds, and then you roll, or they roll for you in my case, and you get to choose a pose. So it was just a nice segue. They're yoga dice. It's a nice segue from, to table time, because then we're done on the couch when we're table time. Okay, take a look at this. It's just a blank book. I mean, not that blank anymore, but it's a blank book. So I love blank books for a variety of reasons. One of them being that you can use them for, say you're doing a nature study on ponds that week. On ponds that week, you can record, your findings. If you're going on a nature walk and you decide you're gonna go on 6 or 7 different nature walks, you can record all your findings in there. Another thing you can do is one of the things Brave Writer talks about, which is in the JOT program, I believe it is to read a nursery story. I don't know, to read a book. They have a bunch of books you recommend, like Cinderella. So you read Cinderella, a classic, I guess, and then you ask them, okay, tell me back the story, and then you write it down word for word what they say on page per page, and then they draw pictures. So therefore they're retelling it and they're creating a book, and you're not editing their work. That's kind of the main thing. So and then they can create their own stories if they want in here. You can buy them stickers and have them make their own sticker story in here. So I just think these books are a great idea. I think they're a great idea. And lastly, I'm trying to switch to a bunch of games with my children, and my husband especially, because we're going off grid, people. So because of that, I want a lot of games we can play. Yeah, so because of that, I want a lot of games we can play, and this one is super easy. My 5-year-old can play it. So you just switch, and then and you flip. So someone's black and someone's white, and then, someone puts it there, and then, they switch to white, and you get it. You get it, okay? So it's called Othello, very simple game, but I love it. I think it's fun. Okay, so today's topic is products I don't use in my homeschool anymore. First, I have to get cookies out of the oven. Okay, so first off, curriculum we no longer use. I am switching off, it's not curriculum, but it's close. I'm switching off affirmation cards, and what I'm gonna switch to, I call them truths. They're cards that I created, there's 52. So essentially, they're truths that I want to get into my children's brain and soul, so that they know without a doubt things like God supports my good decisions, things like that. So I created 52, one for each year, and then every day during the week, we go over it again. It's even got the Bible verse down there, except it doesn't have the actual verse. It's just got where you can find the verse in the Bible, because I thought that would be good. Like a seek and find, if you will, and getting children used to navigating through the Bible if you wanted to do further research into where that affirmation, if you will, or that truth came from. I am God's masterpiece. God loves me just as I am. God supports my good decisions. God has big plans for me. So one per week, because I just really want that in their soul, that they are not alone on this earth, okay? So that's what I'm working on. That's a product that's almost done, and then I'm gonna release it to you, and you could buy it. I think I'm gonna charge like $5, I don't know. And then you can print them off, you can laminate them if you want, and one per week. And then after that, then the next year you repeat it again, just to really get it in their heads year after year until, because it only takes like 2 minutes. It doesn't take long to do. I mean, it takes 10 seconds to repeat that. But again, you're trying to get it into their soul. Okay, so products, because those truths I honestly think it will help with self-esteem. It's gonna help with confidence. It's gonna help them with their purpose. It's gonna help them understand when they're worried that they are not alone. And it's gonna help with their sense of peace, okay? So now let's go to curriculum we no longer use, elemental phonics. It's not that it's a bad curriculum, it's not at all. It's just that when I was going through it, I love that it's to the point, there's no busy work, that it's common sense, that it really teaches that stuff. The only thing it doesn't have is it doesn't have like a picture to go with the sound. Like the sound that I am supposed to make and demonstrate to my children, I need a picture to remind me what that sound is supposed to be like. Like for example, if I gotta go if or an I need an igloo there. So in hindsight, I probably could have paired it with the All About Reading, their app for sounds, because I think it's free, I think it is, and it just has the sounds. So it says the sounds for you even. So I could have done it with that, but again, we just found something else that I'm using right now that I really like. Okay, so Math Mammoth is something we're not using at the moment, and I may go back to it. I may have them do 2 curriculums. So there's 2 types of math, right? There's Mastery Math, which is Singapore, Math Mammoth, Math with Confidence. There's also the new Singapore, I wanna say it's Dynamics, what is it? It's something like that. But it's all mastery based, okay? And then there's the other type, which is Saxon, which is the Good and the Beautiful math, and which is still Math with Confidence, it's Spiral. So they're just 2 different maths, and both sides think their math is the best. Both sides think that, oh, if you wanna be a PhD doctor and candidate math, you need this type of math. Or, oh, but if you wanna be the best countries in the world use this type of math, so we need to use this type of math. Really, I mean, I think it's personal preference. The reason I don't use also the Good and the Beautiful math anymore is because, twofold, I guess. I know I'm talking about math, but just let me jump over here. Is the Good and the Beautiful math, and I bought all the Good and the Beautiful products, so I do not have a problem with the Good and the Beautiful products. I bought all the Good and the Beautiful products. I just don't like their math because it doesn't explain to me why I'm teaching my child something. Why does my child need to know this? And those are things I need to know. So anyway, that's why I'm not using the Good and the Beautiful math, and because I've heard once you get into the upper ages that some people have some problems with it. So I just thought, let's just stick with what I know to be a really good curriculum, and that's Math with Confidence, which may seem like it's very weak in the beginning because you're just learning simple concepts, but you're learning how to subitize. And so right now I was using Math Mammoth, but I'm thinking of going back to it only because I started them on Math Mammoth, and then I took my one son off it and did everybody on Math with Confidence because I believe in the curriculum, and I think it teaches subitizing, which is very important. Subitizing is, okay, say you're gonna count to 50, you're not gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna go shove it into 5s, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That way, if you make an error at number 25, you're not like, oh, son of a bitch, like I gotta go back and recount it. No, because you've grouped it into 5. So you're just like, okay, well, 5, 10, 15, 20. So subitizing is recognizing small numbers without counting. My one child, my youngest, no problems. My other child who, you know, so that's why I had both kids, both of the youngest start on that. So it's not that I don't like these curriculums, it's that just right now I'm not using them. And was there another one? I could have sworn there was oh yeah, okay. You know how I always rave about the same science curriculum? Like I've seen every science curriculum and it is still personal preference, and there are a lot of good ones out there. One of the ones I love that I love and think is great is Building Blocks. I'm switching off Building Blocks onto, it's by the same company, it's Focus On. I ordered the Focus On series. Understand that when I started Building Blocks and I decided I was gonna do the Building Blocks for science, I didn't see the Focus On for this age. So it starts in grade 3, you can start doing a Focus On. So it's 3 to 6 is the Focus On, where they just focus on chemistry, focus on geology, focus on astronomy, and there's not busy work, which is what I like. So you get to the point, you do it, you do experiments, you read through it, you learn, and you move on. So I'm switching to that, so we will see. I also love, one of the things I want to add in is the Beautiful Feet curriculum. If you saw my video yesterday, like you'd see some pretty cool stuff that they do, and I really like that they teach basic science concepts, so I think I would stick with something easy. It's not easy, but it's very gentle. I'll call it gentle, where they teach scientific principles, but like this is the biology one, but gently, because we don't need to get into those until they're a bit older, because I honestly think too, I don't think people should, and this is my personal opinion, I don't think people should worry too much about what math their kids are studying, what science their kids are studying, as long as you're creating some fundamentals like love of learning, a love of reading, understanding how to research problems and things like that, which is another reason why I have the verses on the Bible card, because if you want and only one, because another activity you could do is, it's research based, is to go and research on the internet, because you need to know how to research using the internet. And then you can confirm that with the Bible if that is what it does say, and if you think it has to do, and if that quote matches up to what the Bible is trying to say, right? Because you need to be able to discriminate on the internet between what you consider a good source and what you don't. And so researching is very important to do. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so when your kids get older, if say they're going, all of a sudden they're like, you know what, it's high school and I really want to take this chemistry, but Mom, you didn't teach me any of this other chemistry stuff. You know what, it's not too late. Like if they're like, oh, I didn't learn this math, it's not too late. They've done studies that show you will learn it so much faster. I think it was an 18-year-old that they taught him the grade school math, and he managed to learn all the years of grade school math, I thought in 6 weeks is what the study said, but I can't remember all the details exactly. But so there's not like an end date. So I just want to put that out there. Okay, product that I would not buy again. This is my yay or nay, yay or nay. Yay to Quill and to Jot. Yes, I would 100% buy them again. It came with Brave Writer. I would not buy Brave Writer again. I wouldn't. I don't think it's worth the $79. I think you could get away charging $29 or $39, but $79, I don't think it's worth that cost. But the Quill and the Jot, I absolutely do, and I think that you can do those without having to buy the Brave Writer. That's just my opinion, and that's just something I wouldn't do personally again. I wouldn't go purchase that again. But again, that doesn't mean that I wouldn't purchase the upcoming years too, whatever comes after Jot. I forget what's after Jot, but so there you go. That's what I got for you today, and I will see you tomorrow. Au revoir. Can you say please like and subscribe?
Please like you right.
And hit the bell for notifications.
The bell you know notification.